It's the worst. And wow, it's bad. It's so bad. So utterly just whoa. Just wow. This game will make you want to launch yourself into outer space.
Let me adjust my rubber forehead here. The game I'm talking about, of course, as you might guess from my attire and my reference to a rubber forehead, is Star Trek for the NES.
It's the 25th anniversary version where you get to play as Kirk, which is a really cool idea. I like the idea a lot, actually. But, unfortunately, there's a lot of serious problems with the game, such as, despite there being quite a few planets you can visit, only very few of them have missions, and the missions are complete direct left copies of Kirk episodes. So if you've seen the original Kirk show, you already know what to do from within just a few minutes of landing on the planet. You know what to do already. Controls, not terrible. Overarching storyline, despite being very limited in scope, is not overall completely horrible.
One flash in controls, there were some aspects of the controls I really didn't like, such as
the way you'd shoot at something and just a very slight hitbox collision error would result where you just didn't hit anything, and how you have to switch between characters, and they don't just intuitively, well, they do follow you, but they don't always intuitively act correctly. And sometimes they react only after, I had a few, I couldn't really tell. It may have been a problem with my computer, but there were one or two occasions when somebody didn't react until after something had already been defeated. But the point of the game is you play as Kirk, you fly around in outer space.
Yeah,
it's that time period. It's the time when they had spaceships attached to fishing poles.
This game sucks. It just sucks, period. I mean, it just sucks worse than a black hole. I
can't really explain it. I don't think even Neil deGrasse Tyson could explain this game. I don't know if even Stephen Hawking could explain this game. Isaac Asimov would not even know, just would be stunned. He would be floored by how absolutely putridly bad some aspects of this game are. Despite this, one of the main reasons I personally put it in the absolute worst category that I review is you only get to do three, and I hate the games that only have 3 levels, if you've watched the Magic Kingdom video. You only get to do 3 missions.
And they're direct rip-off copies of episodes that, personally, I've seen. So I already knew what to do. I wasn't expecting it to be just shit.
I mean, yeah, and space combat, forget it. I didn't play the game long enough, really. I beat the game. I beat all 3 of the levels in the game. But, I think that you only get to do space combat if you make a mistake by going to red alert at certain times. I'm not 100% on that. None of my actions resulted in space combat. It's not clear to me whether the game has space combat or not. So, I'm kind of iffy on giving the controls really a real rating, even though I said earlier that they get at least 1 flash for some errors that resulted. But overall, if you're a Trekkie fan, it's a great game. To just say, hey, I've played this game as a conversation starter. But this is not a game you want to take to a Smash Bros. Party. This game sucks. This game is utter putrid garbage that I wanted to hit it with photon torpedoes. I wanted to say, launch photon torpedoes. Oh, I gotta get out of here before this game drives me insane. I'm sorry, I can't go any further. This game is just so utterly, ridiculously, putridly, just hideously bad. Hideously bad. It is cheaper and worse off than my extremely cheap costume. And just... it's the worst. It's the worst Star Trek game I've ever played, period.
Beam me up, Scotty.